Time now for What Did Chuck Find? It's presented by Honda City. Cue the music.
Oh, and have I found a fan? Sitting to my right is Laura Williams. She was an authentic fan of ours last year. Laura, this is your 900th consecutive White Sox game you've gone to here in this seat. How have you been able to do it, and how big of a moment is this for you?
I've just been dedicated. I've been lucky to work around with my work schedule, and this is just exciting. I can't wait for 1,000 and maybe some playoffs.
That'd be nice. Do you know when 1,000 might be?
Hopefully a playoff game next year, but if not, 5 games into 2021.
Okay, so take us back. First game that this streak began, when was it? What happened?
It was August 13th, 2008, and we got the win, I believe, against Kansas City.
And your history was about to begin. So people, I'm sure, are envious of you being able to go to all these games, but how have you been able to do it? You mentioned your work schedule, and maybe it's more of a question of why. Why do you always want to be here? I mean, we'd love it if you watch the game on television, but what is it about you wanting to come here and be here to witness these games in person, so many in a row?
I just love baseball, and I've loved the White Sox since I was about 10 years old, and it's just the experience of being here. TV's fun and everything, but just being here, you know, you get the crowd into it, and the sights and the smells and everything just all comes together, and you bring your family with you, and it's fun. It's a little party.
You're here with your mom and your husband, and what do you think about her streak, 900 games in a row?
It's awesome. It is fantastic, you know. It's a family thing now. We egg her on to keep on going.
It's like Cal Ripken. You want to kind of beat that streak?
It'll take about 1,700 more, but I could try.
Do you go to games on the road at all?
Sometimes. I tend to bring rain when I do that, so my family doesn't like me to go with them when they travel. So, but I've been to a few, yeah.
All right, so Laura's got some home field advantage here as to why she chose this seat in particular for her season tickets. Can you explain why?
It's undercover, so when it's hot and 90 degrees, we're undercover. When it rains, we don't have to run. When it's cold and snowy, we pretty much are shielded from the wind, so it's a great spot, and you see everything.
And we just saw a nice double play by the White Sox, Jason and Steve. Hey, great to see you again. You were our authentic fan with us last season. Always great to catch up with you. Let's hope for 1,000 and many more after that.
Thank you very much.
I want to double back to Laura after that double play, because when Chuck asked her about Cal, she was basically on the number, right? She knows
exactly how long it would take and how many games it would take to get there. Yeah, it's pretty good.
When she said that, we both looked at each other like, this is real.
Yeah.
Like,
this
is real stuff.
The irony is that the day that I chose to retire from the game, Cal Ripken started his streak.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was May 31st of.
How about that? Script here.
Well, so when I asked her if she knows the date, she said, well, we only have 80 home games next season. She had to consider that there's a game in Iowa. So there's a lot of things going into it. If there's a playoff game or two in 2020, so it's hovering right around the 5th or 6th game or home game of the 2021 season, depending on what happens next season.
Well, would she lose the streak on a technicality, because it is a home game in Iowa?
Exactly. So he's only 80.
Well, Steve's saying that if she doesn't go to Iowa, she might lose the streak.
Oh, that's true.
It would be a technicality, because it is technically a home game.
All right, should I go and follow up on that?
No, I don't think so.
Cal would have found his way to Iowa.
Well, he definitely would have done that.
I think she would too. But you know what? If there's a streak here in this ballpark, that's good enough. I don't think we have to have her go all the way to Iowa to make this streak continue.
Well, Frankie hit the music, so I think you got to go find something.
Oh, I got to go back?
Look out.